So in this problem, you have two islands. This is one island. This is another island. You have to bridge between these two. So you have to count the lowest number of flips you have to do over the zeros available around it. So here it will be, you can flip this one and connect them easily. So how will you go with this problem is the question. So what you can do is like you can do a breadth first search, but the initial point of exploration, you have to make this one of the island. If you choose this island, convert the tags over there into something like -1, so that this island is completely differentiable. This island is completely differentiable from this island. So once you start exploration, once you find an island, you have to enqueue everything into a queue where you can do a breadth first search. So at your first breadth, you will be covering all these points. First level of breadth first search, you will be covering all these points. In your second one, most likely you will hit the next layer where your second island is placed. So you can easily identify the number of the length of bridge you will be flipping to connect the island 1 to island 2. So this is the nature of the problem. So let's see how we will code it. First you need to find an island and enqueue them into a queue. You have to iterate through each cell. If you are finding an island, break it over there. You have to do double breaking because it will be kind of, you need a flag to do double break. You have 2 loops, so you have to do double breaks. Set. Do a DFS over this point. Grid. Q, break it. Flag, break again. So you will be out of the loop. Now you have to enqueue all the points which are in this current island. At the same time, you have to reframe the tag which were there at that island. Tag means the number 1. So will be your DFS. You have int I, j, and your grid and your q. Q is like I less than 0, j less than 0, or I greater than grid dot size, or j greater than or equal to 0 dot size. Grid ij not equal to 1. You can simply return. That's one condition. Now you have to enqueue it first. Q dot push I comma j pop push. Now you reframe your current cell into -1. Then do continue DFS at I plus 1 j comma grid and q. It in all 4 directions. Yeah, this way you have all the elements which belong to an island in your queue. Now your queue is ready for exploration. How to do the BFS, and you will have some kind of layer. This layer will represent number of points you have to toggle from 0 to 1, such that it reaches a second island. So initialized as 0, t. It's most likely 1 or 0. Which one you should put? Because you will be start exploring from one point, and when you explore, you found that point, you step up from that point, When you step up, you identify is it a island or not? Is it next island or not? So if it is, when you step up, then only you identify. So when you are at some point, you have to step up 1 time, but you count this and the number of toggles you have to make. First mark, you don't have to do any toggle. So on your second mark, you have to do toggling. So q dot size. This is like a you this is like a you will be go by layer. So the current layer has a q dot size number of elements. So you will be exploring that periphery of your current layer. So you take that indices out is equal to q dot first, second, and you have to move in for all four directions. For directions, p equal x plus dir q equal to y plus dir of I plus p less than 0, q less than 0, over equal to over q equal to what? Grid of t comma q equivalent to what? If it is not equal to 1, then if it is equal to minus 1, then we want to explore. If it is equal to minus 1, then continue. We want to explore. If they are not P and Q not in any of these categories, you have to mark that point as grid of that check. You can keep it here or there. Here itself you will keep grid of P comma Q equal to 1. Then return layer. Else you Q push P comma Q. The problem with, let's name it XY is already taken. L, M, N, K. Yeah. This way it concludes. Now, if there are no way, we just have to. There must be some way. And that's how the test cases are formatted. And you have to increment your layer or exploring iteration, every inner iteration. This shall work. Where is that written? Okay. It's not coming out of the low. Somewhere something is wrong. Written location. See. I less than 0, j less than 5. Working up with this. It's working, no problem. So, okay. This Q has to be poor. Yeah, it's giving right answer. As per the diagram, you have to toggle 1, 0 to connect these two islands. The answer given here is also 1, so solution is correct. Thanks for listening.